me into AGDQ. I love the cause as my mom is a cancer survivor. Thanks for everything all of you do. And thank you so much for your donation, Anonymous. All right, so they're ready to go. So we'll switch it over with a really quick donation. Kadrakari says, all hail TASBOT, and a $50 donation. With that, we're gonna throw it right back to Dwango and his crew.
Welcome back. You are looking at a black screen, and that is because we have Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, which will be commentated by...
I'm VB Speedruns.
Awesome. We're actually looking at an emulator, but it's okay. This was done in VBA many years ago and will not sync on anything. It won't even sync on more accurate emulators that came out in the last year. So we're running it in the original setup, but with proper commentary, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. We're ready to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
You can see the button presses that are happening in the lower left corner. And thanks to P4+2, both for starting the run and for making that visualization. So here's the funny thing. I have only seen the first minute of this when trying to do hardware tests to console verify it. Beyond that, I don't really know a heck of a lot what's going on. So I'm pretty much just going to throw it to him to do all the talking, because I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so the most important thing in this task is, of course, RNG manipulation. Not just getting lucky on all these souls. I guess
by
we
the way,
should
what
say,
is the goal?
Yeah, this is an all souls task, which means basically for a task it means kill every enemy once, because you can RNG manipulate the soul drop. Souls randomly drop from enemies when you kill them, and the goal of this run is to get all souls. So right off the bat, you can already see crazy abuse of the backdash. Backdashing into slashing lets you start up a bunch of backdashes. There's going to be a really cool glitch on Creaking Skull, where he's going to collect Creaking Skull's soul and level up at the same time, which skips one of the 2 screen freezes. Because when you level up, there's a screen freeze, and when you collect a soul, there's a screen freeze. But a task can combine those both into one, so only one screen freeze. And I guess I should talk a bit about how RNG works in this game. RNG changes every time you slash your sword, every time you backdash. Some screens RNG changes every frame.
Okay, what just happened there?
I don't know.
He has an arm of unusual size and he is wielding it in unusual ways.
Okay. So that's the Creaking Skull Soul. It's something that is seen in RTA speedruns as well. It's manipulated. It's a very powerful weapon. All right, so here the authors are going to do something called 0 HP glitch. Pay close attention to when they pause. Look at the HP. So now they're paused with 0 HP, and what that does is it disables loading zones. So now they're falling way out of bounds, healing, and that's going to send them right to Underground Reservoir. And spoilers, the rest of... I have a little spoiler. The rest of this run, I'm pretty sure, is done with 1 HP.
By the way, who made this run?
FZ Last, klmz, and Pike.
Okay, thank goodness their names are on the screen, because I always manage to mangle that. I am terrible at attribution. Everyone on my team knows this. But yes, this task was made several years ago and hasn't been succeeded at all. Yeah,
there was a period where there was a new All Souls task about every year or so, but this one stood for quite a while because it's just so good. All right, so here the authors are going to manipulate a really important drop, 2 really important drops off the Lubricants. The first is the Lubricant Soul, which obviously they need for all souls, but it's actually going to be important for the run as well. And the second is the Muramusa Sword, which is going to be used on the Balor fight. So the way the Lubricant Soul works is if you are at the lower your HP, the more your stats get raised. And it's actually super, super broken. Like, I won't give exact numbers because it doesn't mean anything. But just know that because the authors are at 1 HP, they're going to be doing a ton more damage. So a cool attribute of the Muramusa is that it double hits, and it can even triple hit from 1 swing.
This guy's got a lot of health.
Yeah. Well, we're also level 2. So, that's Valor. Actually, my apologies. We're level 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So for beating Valor, we got Giant Bat, which lets us do the most broken thing in this entire game, which is bat zipping. Bat zipping lets you zip off of any wall in the, pretty much, there's very few exceptions, lets you zip off of every wall in the entire game. And he does heal there, so he goes off of 1 HP briefly. But you'll see in just a second here. Two drops, and boom, through the wall. Now we're in top floor. So the way the map works in this game is if you press select, you can look at the map, but the map isn't actually set like that at all. So you can warp around through the castle if you get out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
So for example, that took you to from the top of the map all the way down to the bottom right. Now we're in Floating Gardens. That's kind of a wrong warp, but it's complicated. And now we get Kicker Skeleton, so now we're zooming. Actually, we need double jump to zoom. I apologize. You actually can't use Kicker Skeleton without double jump. It's kind of silly. But now we're in study, by the way. So we're going to be getting double jump real quick here.
Wasn't that a door?
Yeah.
Did he just walk through it?
So now we have Kicker Skeleton. So now we're zooming.
Oh my goodness. What is he actually doing?
So he's double jumping and then
okay, I'm looking in the lower left corner at how fast he's pressing buttons.
Yeah, you can look at the button presses when they're doing the kicks. This zip is crazy. This is one of my favorites. And now we're in Manticore, and make a real quick work of Manticore.
Wow. I can't even.
There was the melon real quick. So now we're actually going to take a quick dip into Chaotic Realm, because why not? And lower the HP to 1, just to keep the audience on their toes. So Shadow Knight is weak to Holy, which is the element that the Claim Salias. Oh, by the way, he picked up the Claim Salias. I forgot to mention that. That was a thing that happened. A lot of enemies are weak to the Holy element, which is what the Claim Salias has. So that's one of the reasons it's so good, especially in a task. Here, this is one of my favorite aspects of the task, is they manipulate a blocking mail. So the way blocking mail works is every time when you have it equipped, there's a 1 in 10 chance that you'll guard every time you take damage. So every time you see guard, that's a 1 in 10 chance that the authors had to manipulate. And now we're gonna dip out of Chaotic Realm. We've done all we need to do there for now. And see you later, Julius.
Do you have time for a short donation?
Do you have time for donation?
Yeah, sure. We're just gonna be doing the death fight.
All right, we'll wait for Death to die horribly, and then we'll read this off real quick.
You won't be waiting long. I guess I should note that he's also using the Final Sword, which is a weapon that can multi-hit, just like the Muramusa.
That was very fast. All right, real quick, we have a $2,000 donation from Fupu. Thank you very much, Fupu. And the donation simply says, "Task block is best block."
He appreciates that. And by the way, seriously, guys, $100,000 to see the incentive we're going to see next? Good golly. Thank you.
It's a lot of money.
That is. Thanks for the $100,000. He actually did something rather normal there. He walked down the stairs, or fell with style, one of the two. That's the most normal thing I've seen him do in about 5 minutes.
I guess earlier I talked about the history of All Souls. So this All Souls test was a little different. Oh, by the way, zips. Historically, All Souls was kind of tasked inbounds. For a long time, people did inbounds tasks of this. It was only the task before this, I believe, that started doing out-of-bounds stuff. I could be wrong about that. It might be 3 tasks before, but historically, this has been an inbounds task category. It's only somewhat recently that they've started incorporating zips into the task. And you enter Legion from the wrong way, so the camera pans up to basically nothing.
Where are we? Oh, we're still there.
Yeah. You switch to claim for Legion because Legion's weak to Holy. So something to note about Legion is that normally when he dies, there's an animation where he suspends in the air for a bit. But if you kill him on a very specific frame, there's only 1 out of 128 frames that work for it. His core drops instantly to the floor.
Huh. That's a weird bug.
And here we get Galamoth, which lets us go into that one room in Inner Corridors where the Chrono Mage is. So that's kind of an important part of routing this, is that you have to do this area before you do Inner Corridors.
Some of this is just so fast I can't even follow. This is epic.
About how many souls would you say they have so far? Like, how far in are they? How many souls do you think they have left at this point?
Yeah, how many souls are there left?
I haven't been keeping count. A good bit.
How many souls are there total?
120.
120? Yeah, I don't know. God, we picked up so many.
I guess something important to note is that the red soul, which is the bullet soul, so like a sub-weapon pretty much, that the authors have been using is the killer mantle, which reverses enemy HP and MP. So for low MP enemies, it just kills them. Like that flesh demon from earlier, a few seconds ago, and the Allura Oon.
What?
And back to Floating Gardens, and back to Arena, and back to top floor. And Inner Corridors, finally. That was, what, 4 areas in 5 seconds?
Yeah. When I say I can't keep up, it's no disrespect. Are there any strategies that came out of this that resulted in techniques that were done in real time? Or in tasking of this game in general?
Not really. A lot of this is just way too task only. If you look at the inputs, it's just way too fast for a human to do. Some of the movement near the beginning is something that has been tried to implement.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah. Worth noting that that does actually change the RNG, so it's not entirely just for fun.
So I regret to say that I did not have Castlevania when I was a kid for a variety of reasons. So I'm not quite following everything that is happening, and yet I can look at this as someone who has not played this game and go, okay, that's not normal. Some of these souls seem like they have very useless effects.
Yeah, you won't be seeing too many of the souls actually used. The main one is Lubricant. Lubricant is actually huge for the extra damage it deals to bosses.
Do you have time for another quick donation?
Yeah, we probably have time for 1 or 2.
I have $250 from JJ Magan, who says, "Announcer, I task you with thinking of a witty pun about TASBOT." Or just use that one. Thank you very much.
So there's a really cool glitch here. So if you get into a sub-pixel perfect position, you can clip into those stairs. and start a bat zip from that. That's not humanly viable at all. All right, and now we're going to be fighting Graham. So Graham, they're going to be doing something really cool. They're going to be doing something called Catoblepis canceling. It's one of the other souls that gets used a lot in this run. Basically, you can one-frame cancel the sword with Catoblepis, and that allows you to attack really quickly, and it also refreshes iframes, so you can just completely destroy the bosses. That was Graham. Another instance of Killer Mantle is on those red Minotaurs. It one-shots them when normally it would take quite a few hits to kill them normally. Final Guards have a ton of health. You can see even with the quick attacking that they can do in a TAS, it took a while to kill. Menuing's pretty fast in a TAS too. Okay,
Yes.
so that's Skyfish Soul. You need to use Chrono Mage to get Skyfish. Chrono Mage is a soul that slows down everything. Maneater. And we're actually almost done. We're going into Chaotic Realm 2. And get the Chaotic Ring, which gives you Chaos Ring, which gives you infinite MP. That's your reward for getting all souls. So that's how you know that they got it. And we're going into the final boss. There's one frame when the final boss is loading where you can use an attack. So they use a red Minotaur there to get in some extra damage. Red Minotaur is a super overpowered soul that you get from Red Minotaur. It's normally very MP heavy in usage, but because they have that Chaos Ring, it's not gonna matter. Another one-framer there. And they're using Skyfish Soul, which boosts all your stats after you charge up for a bit. Get ready on time. And time.
Well, I'd like to specifically thank, VB. Thank you very much for doing commentary. Made the run. It made the run. Now, for those of you who are upset that we dared show in an emulator here, this is not a common occurrence. We'll only do this when we don't have any other choice, and when the games are this well put together and this precise, it's absolutely worth it to show you this kind of content. I'd like to thank you very much for your help. We're going to transition to what you guys paid to see, which is the exact opposite of what you're looking at now.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is one of my favorite things ever. So I'm glad that I was able to commentate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you. All right, at this point, we're going to close down this run, and we'll move on. We'll be back shortly. Thank you.
All right, everyone, quick reminder, you are watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2019 live from Rockville, Maryland. We are supporting the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and I've got a pretty big donation here, so hold on to your seats. It's Corey donated $5,000. So I just want to give a quick thanks to them for that. That's incredibly generous. But their donation says, this donation is in memory of Monica, who lost her battle with cancer last year. She loved GDQ and particularly TASBOT's wild exploits. Great to see him back this year. Thank you so much for that generous donation. And it is great to see TASBOT being TASBOT. Alexander Fly donated $250. It says, my son Alex wanted to donate, so AGDQ here. Please take my money. Thanks to all of you runners, staff, and especially Twitch chat. Kaboom! Sadly, I don't have a sploosh donation for you guys right now, or I would add it in. So why don't you just give him a good sploosh? I'm sure that'll be fixed very shortly now that I've said that. I have a $500 donation from Sneaking Mission that has no comment. Thank you very much. We're getting quite a few of those, just people dropping generous donations with no comment, and I just want to say thanks to everyone who's donating once again. Our total is jumping by ridiculous amounts between each TASBOT section. It's incredible the rate that you guys are donating right now, and you all are incredible. Thank you so much. You can clap for that. Yusef Hatlani donated $15. Says, "Hi GDQ, this is my 5th time watching Games Done Quick and 3rd time donating. Had to donate during the task block because it's always a highlight of the entire week, which is really saying something. I would say good luck to TASBOT, but I don't think they need it. So instead I'll say thank you to DwangoAC, Games Done Quick, and the Prevent Cancer Foundation for this extraordinary event." And I'd like to echo that. Thanks to everyone. This has been amazing so far. But I do need to note, they added this cute little robot emoji at the end of their donation that I have no idea how to vocalize properly. So just a little bit of flavor. All right, I have $250 from All-in-One Mighty, who says, "I heard the God of Thunder was hiding in public for a potential run of Bloodborne." Bloodborne! It's the bestest of Souls games. Here's $250 for the incentive. Bloodborne is an incredible game to run. I can't wait to see it played. And we're up $10,000 from where we started on that now, so you guys are doing amazing. We can probably carve a good chunk out of that by the time we're done. But don't forget, there are donation incentives for Final Fantasy IX that haven't been met yet. Vivi and Kina's marriage and the blindfolded menuing segment. There we go. We've got $10 from Sploosh. He says, "Here you go, sploosh." I think I heard one of the TASBOT guys just say kaboom. I have $1,000 from Linky. And he says, "Happy birthday to me. For my birthday, I'm giving GDQ a bunch of money." That's how this works, right? TASBOT block is my favorite part of GDQ, so I feel lucky that things lined up like this year. And thank you so much for that generous donation. Can a Dwango hear me right now? I've got a $100 donation from the Raddest Bro, and he says, "Hey TASBOT, one of the original Super Scribblenauts devs here. Been watching GDQ for many years, and this is the first time one of my games has made it in. And oh my God, $100,000. I'm so happy my game was able to help raise so much for a great cause. Looking forward to seeing the game get broken by my favorite bot during my favorite block. Keep up the great work. Let's go for 2 million. Oh, by the way, save the animals." With a little heart emoji. Thank you so much for your donation, Raddest Bro. As you can hear, your sentiment about Save the Animals has split the crowd a little bit, but we do appreciate your donation a whole lot. I have an anonymous $100 donation that says, donating for my mother who was lucky enough to have her cancer caught at stage 0. Money goes towards the Bloodborne. I've got $10 from Will Ware, who says, I couldn't believe my eyes when Dwango popped into our community one day with the proposition of tassing Mari 0. Each new run is a treat to watch, and seeing Noah King take the lead by tassing so many map packs has been nothing short of inspiring. Here's to 2019. Let's conquer cancer and save those frames. Money goes to Noah King's choice. I'm told that's kill the animals. I have another one that says, hi, Noah King. Greetings from Chip. Congratulations on winning Inanimate Insanity. Great job on the task, and of course, save the frames, kill the animals. All right, guys. You guys are going to like this donation. I've got $15 from Dora Gons, who says, those letters in R-O-B's name look familiar, almost like orb. It doesn't take much to set them off, so thank you, guys. I mean, if you're going to do a hype, hang on, let me find one. All right, we've got $50 from Argus, and he says, cancer impacts so many people, and it's amazing to see many people working together to fight it. P.S. If you've ever seen Hey Zeus, There's Toast, Run Bloodborne, then you know that we must reach that incentive. Hype! There you go. All right, we're almost ready, but we've got an important donation to read first. I've got a